Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included, everyone's favorite space colony management game. And today, we're working along our little refinery area here. We're trying to get this thing up and running, and we're gonna try to get some steel made if we can. Everything's coming along just as we hoped, and it looks like we're also smashing out lime. Check that out. All right, perfect. So we'll start getting all that work done. Although I'm kind of curious about some priority things going on here. So this is, oh, well, this is set up wrong. That's right. Okay. Okay, so we're starting to get lime coming on down, and this is great because now, did they already deliver lime in here? Yeah, they did. All right, great. We can start getting all of this up and running for everything that needs to happen. We want to get some temp steel made today. We want to get all of this work done, and if we can get some of this put in right here, what we'll do is we're gonna drop a pump in here temporarily, and we're gonna throw some cooling fluid into this metal refinery long enough so that we can actually go ahead and get a little bit of steel made. Because what we would like to do is get some aqua tuners put in here. So we'll go ahead and get that working. Otherwise, what other things should we start working on? You know, it's gonna take a little bit to get that all built out. And it's also gonna take us a little bit of time in order to get the steel made as well. So I think what we'll do is, let's see if we can't just get it set up so that we can have some steel starting to being made, and then we'll turn our attention to other projects while those guys are working on that. Does that sound good? I think that sounds like a plan. All right, well, let's help these guys out a little bit. Let's see if we can't get a couple of these little projects done here. I'll take this out a little bit. And we're also gonna need to probably do a pretty big sweep job here at some point. These hatches, oh, you sneaky snakes. Let's get them out of here, because let me tell you what, you are not eating our hard-earned metal here. All right, we've worked tirelessly to get this up and running. Also, what happened up here anyway? Let's sweep this atmosphere up. See if we can't get this put back down here. Cue that up. And yeah, I hate to work up here. This like freaks me out. We've lost a couple of duplicates now. Look at all this gold though, man. Can we? We'll just have to wait and see. What a nightmare, you know? We lost Shade Tree last episode, and that's it's super bummer. It's just the way it is sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just lose a duplicate once in a blue moon. Okay. Meanwhile, all right, we're really close here. I want to help them out. I really want them to build this out so that we can get this polluted water running in here. And what else do we want to do today? We could start putting together our hatch farms. Should we put together a hatch farm today? Where do we want to put hatch farms? Or ranches? We could just slot them in here. It is really cold over here though. That is something to point out, but they'll warm it up. You know, hatches can live, let's just double check that real quick. A hatch can live, the comfort range is 10 to 20 degrees, but its livable range is -30 to 70. So they'll survive, and eventually they'll warm up. You know, it's I think that's okay. All right, sweet. Man, this is awesome. What else do we need to do over here? I'm gonna go ahead and just put in some support. Oops, that's one tile too far. I'm gonna go and just put some scaffolding in over here, because honestly, we'll probably have something more formal here long term anyways, so we'll just do it now. You know, they're being silly. Okay, well, let's turn our attention to other projects. We can at least like mock this stuff out, right? We can plan this out. I think I'm gonna repurpose some of this area over here for a sleet wheat farm. You know what I mean? Like, look at all this cold stuff. We could totally put in a sleet wheat farm. So let's go ahead and set up some ranching, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can just, we'll go ahead and just put this in now. We'll go ahead, we're gonna have a hatch farm here, right? Okay, so if we're doing hatches, I'm gonna go ahead and insulate this out of precaution. I suppose it doesn't matter. These inner walls, they won't matter. We're gonna have a couple different layers of this. Oh wait, okay, hold on. Before we get into this, let's plan on building the critter dropper murder box. Okay, so hold on a second. Cancel this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we want to do is we'll just put some flooring in first. We'll repurpose. Well, let's just scaffold out some of this building things that we need to get done here, and then once we know kind of like what the shape is, we can go from there. So what we're gonna want is a hatchery so that we can cook some eggs out. We'll put that in, and then eggs, drop it into the death pit. Is this too close to anything? No, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, so death pit, we'll put down on this floor. This is going to be for hatching eggs. Go ahead and set that up. Chuck this in here. Then that means that our first layer of hatches are going to go right up here. So go ahead and do that. And do we care about keeping them cold or warm? I suppose we could. We could actually care about the livelihood of our animals. Maybe we'll go ahead and do this. Yeah, here. It seems silly to me, honestly, but you know what? Let's keep them alive. Let's keep them happy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor. 2, 4. That's the wrong material. Let's. Okay, so we'll have one. We'll set one up for all of the different hatch types. 1, 2, 3, and then. Do we want to do smooths? I don't think we're gonna do smooths. Let's not do smooths. Let's skip on that. Right. Oh wait, we need one more floor. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping this could be like a nice horizontal highway through here. And I want to make sure that these floors are even. It's gonna look funky, but hey, you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna make this one double thick. Oh god, it's terrible, but you know what? We want to keep things even, right? We're setting a dangerous precedence. Maybe we won't. No, we will. Let's keep this. We worked so hard to keep this horizontal all the way across here. Oh, the OCD is painful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hatches, sage hatches, stone hatches, and we're gonna skip smooths. I like this idea. Okay. If we find the eggs, we'll go ahead and hatch them, but for the most part, that's all we're going to do. Okay, this is great. So now, that means we can go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and pre-set up some incubator funness going on in here. We're gonna need a couple things. We're gonna need a critter drop-off, so let's go ahead and get that put in case we find one that we want to finagle. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. How about this? This is just gonna be. Oh yeah, we'll put a drop-off in here. We're gonna run. Hey, there's a sage hatch right there. We're gonna run a whole bunch of incubators in here. It doesn't really matter how big this is, but let's plan on the first 4 types of hatches and the need to crack eggs open for those, and then let's start wrangling some of these other dudes. This needs to be yeah, so we'll put a critter drop off here, and then let's make these all consistent, so all the drop-offs are all the same all the way up through here. For this floor, since this is gonna be regular hatches, we're gonna need a couple of things, right? We're gonna need food. We're gonna need a critter feeder. So go ahead and stick this in here. And I might just put 2 in preemptively in case we decide to do some breeding. Okay. So for right now, we'll set it up like that. And then we're also going to need a grooming station. Perfect. Okay. In other news, what else do we need here? We're gonna need a... I might change this. Do I care? No. All right, maybe I'll come back to that. We're gonna need a couple of things here. We're gonna want to sweep the eggs up. So that's one thing. So, and then we're also going to want to sweep the coal up. So let's go ahead and see here. We'll put a bin here for coal. This one's for eggs. So eggs on top, coal on the left, and then we can bring all that stuff down here. Okay, great. So then that means that we're gonna have a critter drop off, or sorry, an egg shoot for eggs. Drop those off there. And we're gonna need an auto sweeper, and this auto sweeper is gonna be doing all kinds of work, but let's hold off on this just for a moment. We wanna get this dug out a little bit. And then we can plan the rest of that room. And then we'll pin these hatches in here. So that way they can't run around the whole space, right? Over here, we're gonna have a critter dropper. So we're gonna pick these hatches off and we're gonna murder them as we may or may not need them. Okay. Cool. Let's check this out. Okay, great. Look at this. We have, no power. That's apparently what we have. So, if we can hurry this along. We can dig this floor tile out. And then we can start pumping all this polluted water into this area here, and more importantly, we can get this set up so that we can maybe start stacking refined carbon inside the smart storage bin. Let's actually make sure that this conveyor loader is set up right. It looks like it is. Okay, great. Perfect. Man, how great is this? Tell you what. All right, can we get this little bip and bob done here? What do we need here? This is... Oh, that's a lot of water. Oh, hopefully that's not too much. What are we waiting on here? This is technically an unreachable dig because we can't jump up here? Okay, well, that's fine. In the meantime, all of this work can get done. So that's nice. They're already working on it. I don't even think I need to really tell them to do it. They're already starting to do work. Starting to deliver all of this granite and everything that we need. Excellent. What else is everyone working on? Let's just follow some of these guys around for a minute. What are we doing here? We have... They're picking up coal, dropping that coal for some reason. Starting to put in all these tiles. Hey, maybe we should finish this job. If they're pathing through here, let's have them finish those construction jobs. Why can't we get up here? What is the, where's the hold up here? I think it's, they need to take that tile out so they can do their work. Okay, cool. Well, everyone's taking a nap. Everyone's taking a breather. We have, look at all these pips. Oh my God, we have so many. Oh, oh goodness. Should we bring in another duplicate? We're having issues with diggers. And I can tell you that. And then I don't think we actually have, we don't have a builder, do we? I think we kind of discovered that earlier. Yeah, we don't have a builder. We don't have a designated builder. Here, let's bring, I hesitate to do this. We might start going food negative, but we're gonna bring this guy in. He's got an iron gut. He's a binge eater, pacifist. Turner. Let's see here. Who is not in this list here that has subbed recently? We have FRD dot. Are you in the base? FRD is not in the base. Okay, FRD, you're gonna be our builder extraordinaire. Go ahead and set that up. FRD dot. Welcome aboard, sir. Nice to have you. Let's get the spelling correctly. There we go. Or okay, that's weird. All right, FRD, welcome to the base. We're gonna need to give you a bed. That's one thing that we're gonna have to do right away. So that kind of, and then they already have a place for them to eat. And let's go ahead and just make sure that he's on the right schedule. So we're going to go ahead. We'll put him on the B team. How's that? There you go. Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, great. Well, we just have this little bit. It's like everything that we want people to be doing. They're just not doing it. All right, let's hurry this guy along. We want to get him set up so that he's got exosuit training, and then we'll start having him focus on building tasks as well. So FRD dot, we want you to focus your energy on building. That is your job, and supplying, storing, and tidying. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Clean up after yourself. All right, sweet. Well, this is perfect, and then eventually we'll probably take this out, this whole CO2 system that we have here. But for now, I think we're in pretty good shape, team. This is nice and good. They finally are working on this. Okay. So, if we can get this last little bit and bob put in, we can queue up some steel. Check this out. So, steel, get it going. Once the first one is done, we'll feel good about things. And then we'll come back up here and set up this smart storage bin so that way it's configured correctly. Anything else that we need to do, the one thing I want to see is, can we put in, okay, we have a touch more gold, perfect. So for these, this one is going to be for iron. How far over does this reach? That's too bad. Well, that's fine for now. Go ahead and get this queued up. We want to go ahead and say that this is going to be for gold. And I'm going to put it, actually, I'll put it here, and then we'll have an auto super that takes this iron and inserts it into the metal refinery automatically for us, so that we're not having to do that all the time. Our duplicants can focus on other tasks that are important to their livelihood. So that can go there like that. Perfect. And then we'll start actually like storing some of that stuff. Man, this is amazing how much stuff we've already got done here. This is going to be for refined carbon, and we are already starting to stack refined carbon in here. Man, that's great. Okay, cool. And we're pumping fluid in here. Oh, guys, we're gonna get some steel. Oh yeah, what is going on? So now we'll go ahead, once we get our first little piece out, we'll have quote unquote discovered it. I need to deselect it and then come back in here. Manufactured material, all right. So steel is in the works. Check that out. How hot is this water, by the way? $50 degrees. Oh, we could have probably run it through at least one more time. Well, that's okay. That's okay. This is awesome. Heck yeah. All right. So we're just gonna borrow some of this fluid here and let that get all built out. I'm gonna go ahead and just dig some of this work out as well. This can all just get solidified, and then let's go work on some other stuff, gang. So we're gonna go ahead and let all this, we'll come back and work on this later here. We want to get enough steel so that we can get an aqua tuner. That is a big thing that we want to get done, and then we can start, you know, filling the steam chamber up at some point. This can get swept out though. That's something that can get done. All right, great. Well, let's get this hatch. Let's work on hatches, shall we? Excellent. Oh, it's such a relief. We're so close. The only other thing that we really kind of want to get done is I would like to just, how much gold do we have? We need more gold amalgam. That's the thing, you know? Someone's gonna get trapped up here. I already know. I'm freaking out right now. You know? It's too bad that we can't make like a little shelter, like a little, we don't have enough steel yet to put in some bunker tiles, but make like a little shelf that these guys can hide underneath and then run out and do some digging and then come back. Oh, look at these guys, man. Well, hey, thanks for the gold. We'll take that. Can we dig this out by chance? No. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, this isn't precarious at all, is it? Who's gonna come be our victim? Who's gonna be the victim? Who's gonna go up there and get murdered by space death again? Death number 3 in space. You know what we should do? Honestly, we should probably just dig this straight up and have a ladder or something that allows them to move around up here quickly. Okay, hatch farm's going in. This is exciting. We don't need anything fancy for this auto sweeper, so I think what I'm gonna do is we'll just put in. I need this stuff to get dug out. I want to get the spacing right before I commit to this. If I remember right, it's center. It's like 3 tiles to the left, 3 tiles to the right, or it's 4 tiles to the left, 4 tiles to the right. I don't remember. Hold on. How far is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4 tiles. Okay, so we want to put the auto super in on this tile. It looks like. There we go. All right, cool. So that is 4 tiles left, 4 tiles to the right. Pretty sure that's where we want it. Let's see if we can't get them to dig all this out of here real quick. And the sage hatch is he's already in business here. We're gonna move the sage hatch though. This is gonna be for hatches. Hatches? Is that a thing? Hatches and hatchlings. Please be delivered to this location. We want to auto ring our extra, and we want to limit this space to, what is it, 6 or 8? I don't remember exactly. I think it's 8, honestly. It might be 7. I forget the ratios. It's not important. And then we'll get this all dug out. So if this last little piece here, right, 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right, so we want to contain these hatches in here. We don't want them bebopping around because we want to be able to auto sweep the coal out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this room shape a little bit. Hatches can jump 2 tiles tall. So we're going to put a pneumatic door here with an airflow tile on it, so that this space over here is still considered part of the same room shape. And then once that is done, then we can contain all the hatches on this side. They'll still get the room bonus, so they won't become overcrowded. And then, you know, from there, we can do all sorts of things. I still don't. Sometimes I don't like this design, side note, because I don't know what to do oftentimes with this dead space out here. I suppose we could put like something in there, like machinery or one-off stuff. Like maybe we'll put the suit machinery in there or something, or the clothing stuff. We can just chuck it in here. We have all this dead space. I suppose if we weren't working with drop storages, we could just put storage bins in there or something like that. But I think this is fine for now. Okay, so what are we saying here? We're gonna do coal on the outside wall, on the outside conveyor rail, right? And then we're gonna do eggs on the inside conveyor rail. So eggs can come down to here. Those can all get hooked up at some point. And we'll just drop the eggs down here, and then in this little spot, in this little room, we'll go ahead and just chuck an auto super in here. This should get like most of it. That can go there at some point, and then we'll at least prep the area here, but we're not gonna finish it for some time. All of this can get done. You know what? Do all the work. Do all the things. Get it all done. This is amazing. All right, sweet. Well, let's also make sure that somebody's always making steel here, and then we can continue to build all of our little refinery area. We want to start recycling that fluid, right? We don't want to keep throwing it over the side. But man, that's awesome. Okay, well, let's see if we can't smash this thing out of here. Also, let's save this hatch, shall we? If we could get just this little piece put in right here, then maybe we could actually move this hatch out of here. Can we wrangle him out of here, guys? Let's see if we can't save him. Okay, so this is gonna be for eggs, critter eggs. This is gonna be for coal. So all coal will get put on a conveyor rail at some point in time. The coal, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the coal over to the conveyor chute that we put in our coal generator room. That is one of the locations anyway that we're gonna run this thing. The other thing, I might just put it right behind the power here. Look at this. Actually, well, right now we'll hook it up to there. And then, once that's done, then I think, yeah, I think, oh hey, oops. Sorry, didn't mean to let all that melt. That's a bummer. Let's get this out of here. It doesn't really matter, but I just don't want it on the floor if I'm honest. We'll go ahead and keep all this going. This is looking good. How much refined carbon is sitting in this storage bin right here? We have 3,000 kilograms already? That's crazy. Okay. Cool. And we'll go ahead and just dig this out a little bit further. They can have all of this water. It's looking nice. Let's double check that nobody's stuck up here, right? Oh god, okay, jeez. That's terrifying. So... yeah, let's make sure that like nobody gets stuck up here. We could just build regular tiles and let them get broken at least, and then dig out all the regolith. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. At least we would keep people alive. Oh god. Okay. All right. In this corner. Hey, we got 3 glossy Draco eggs. Get out of here. Oh, sweet. So if we can get these hatched, 55? 49? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, cool. We're gonna have plastic soon. Perfect. We're gonna need it. Anyways, what we want to do is configure this to be hatchling eggs when we get them. This one we're gonna set up to be sage hatch, and then I don't think we've found any stone hatches yet. Doesn't look like it, so we'll hold off until we get a couple of those. This is gonna be for sage hatch eggs. The other thing too is I don't want to run these incubators all the time. So what I think I'm going to do is put in a little automation here with a cycle sensor. This is too bad that these ports don't really quite line up exactly how we would want them. All right, well, that's fine. Here, we'll have 2 here. It's not nearly as pretty. Anyways, we're gonna just speed up hatching just a little bit. We're gonna run it 1/4 of a cycle, right? We'll run these incubators 1/4 of a cycle, and we'll alternate them so that, like, technically from a power requirement standpoint, we're only running technically 1 incubator the entire cycle, but technically we have 4. So Cool. I think I'm gonna open this door for a minute, just so that we can get this hatch out of the way. I feel bad, man. He's stuck in there. And if we can get these other little bips and bobs done, they're really like this little section. If we can get this done, then we can move the stage hatch up here. That'll look all super nice. How are we looking on steel here? Do we have, how much more do we have? We have 700 steel. That's amazing. Okay, so now we're not quite there yet. What am I looking for? I am looking for the aqua tuner. We need 1200 for an aqua tuner. Okay, great. And then what do we need for a power turbine? We need, I think we need a little plastic, don't we? Outputs water. Yeah, we need 200 kilograms of plastic, which we have not discovered yet. Okay, well, by the time we get all this other infrastructure work done, you know, we'll be mostly there. And then the power requirements for this, we'll just put it in the floor. Hook all that up here. This can go there. Perfect. Nice. All right, cool. So we're gonna configure these to run for 24%. A 0 to 24 is technically 25. Go ahead and do that. And then this one's going to run from 0 to... So the first one's going to run from 0 to 24. This one's going to start at 25 and go to 49. This is going to start at 50 and go to 74. And then this one's going to go from 75 and it's going to go to 99. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and have that set up. It's looking good. All right, so we're letting our stage hatch out. That's nice. Let's set this back to auto quickly, please. Hopefully the stage hatch doesn't run back in there before we get him out of here. And then let's configure this drop off. This is going to be for our sage hatches. Sage hatches and sage hatchlings. Let's go ahead and get that done. Cool. So, auto wrangle surplus, correct? Let's wrangle this guy up. Let's get him moved up into the area that we want him to be. Oh, it might be a little too soon actually at the... Well, I don't think we're ready to... Let's disable this. I don't really actually want to start working these guys yet. We'll start making them happy when we decide that we want to start feeding them. But for right now, let's start corralling them. We can get them out of the base. Look at these guys. They're insane. All right, cool. All right, great. And then the only other thing we want to do is try to figure out this room size, right? So a ranch, if I remember right, is 96 tiles, right? Yeah, a stable. Okay. So 96 tiles is 24 times 4. Technically, we have 3 less tiles in that space because there is the door and the airflow tile. So we're gonna go out to 25, all the way out to here, and then we'll just stick a normal tile in here at some point. And then this back wall here is gonna be set up so that it can do. We're gonna insulate it. I don't know if we really want that long term, but we're gonna do it for now. Okay, cool. So that can get put in. So that gives us an idea of our room shape, which means that over here on this end of the equation, we're gonna put in our, this is where we're gonna square up and put in our murder box at some point. So we're gonna need, actually we could probably do some of that work now, right? We're gonna need a door, a horizontal door, right? Something like that. And then we're gonna need a door here. Or is it here? It's this one, right? We need one door to let him in. One to let him in. A pressure plate to close the door behind them. And we need a... Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so that frames us out and gets us where we want to go. They can step right here, and then boom, we'll close that off right there like that. All right, and actually we need to close, technically we need to go all the way out to here. That's gonna be really kind of a weird space, isn't it? Well, let's dig this out at least. And that can get put in, and then we'll build in the fluid pit down here. We'll murder them. We're gonna need an auto sweeper, everything else, and then that can just get sent into food storage. So that'll be a nice little meat supply for everything. All right, cool. Gang, this is looking really, really good. I'm really happy right now. We'll keep getting this thing going. We just need a little bit of water up here. Maybe they can get those dig jobs done. They're doing all the stuff close to the base, it looks like. This is all looking really nice. Let's get this swept out of here so that these hatches aren't eating all of this metal, for crying out loud. And actually, you know what? This really isn't that like super critical, right? Like, we really don't care about some of this stuff being super high priority, right? Like, this can all, we'll come through here, we'll work on priorities at a later point in time, but we can at least get some of this stuff built. So that'll be nice. And then this is just gonna be a normal old hallway. And maybe we'll run a horizontal transit tube through here or something like that at some point. All right, cool. Man, this is great. Well, I'm gonna extend this. Get that put in. But, well, everyone, this is looking really good. Guys, I think this is a great spot to stop for today. So I would just want to say, like, you know, that this wraps up things for this episode. A big shout out to all my subscribers and the people who donate to the channel and the stream. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. If you're enjoying this series, feel free to like, comment, subscribe to be notified of future videos and all that. And have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.